All right, here we are, game 3 between Ninjas in Pyjamas and Team Lithium. Winter Wyvern is going to be picked up first for NIP, and it was Nip that stole a game away in game 1. Lithium taking a relatively easier game 2 with an Alchemist, and now we're into game 3, our second best of 3 going straight to 3 games, and we'll see. This is the upper bracket final for the group, and we'll see who takes this, as it's been close overall in this series. So I'm joined here by Lacoste. We're ready for this game 3. Winter Wyvern, Nip. Team Lithium go for Earthshaker, and it's time to break down what we've got so far.
So far we have Earthshaker and Winter Wyvern. That's what we have. Just kidding. Tiny and Ogre banned out by Nip this time. And pretty much the same bans. Draw Ranger and Broodmother banned out. Now we have a Weaver, Earthshaker. This could be a good dual lane for their off lane. If Earthshaker makes a successful block, once they hit level 2, level 3 on Weaver with 1/1/1 build, that's a lot of overtime damage.
So you've got the Weaver. With Earthshaker, I don't think it's going to be a 4 Weaver, which I've seen every now and then, but that usually comes in a Drow lineup, and since they banned out the Drow, that's seemingly out of the question. And Centaur picked up, as well as the Winter Wyvern, so we'll see if maybe they go Winter Wyvern into the Bane as well. So Bane and Winter Wyvern, we could see it. But I don't know if that's exactly the most amazing combination there in terms of supports.
Centaur is definitely going to be an off lane. Winter Wyvern might be run as 4 or 5. Centaur, I love Centaur as a pick. He was unpopular until 2-on-2 lanes were introduced, and he's the one who controls the fight. If you want a team fight, you just run away. I mean, if you don't want a team fight, you just run away, or if you want to engage, cut into back lines.
Necro banned out. What do you think is a good pairing here with the Winter Wyvern and Centaur so far? As they've got the Hoof Stomp, like you said, the engage or disengage of the Stampede, but also the Winter's Curse as control.
Yeah, there's a lot of control with just these 2 heroes. Whether you want to fight or not, you just need one of them to be alive, so just cancel everything with your ulti. Team Lithium, maybe they should go for a hero like a Pugna. I've seen Pugna working miracles against Winter Wyvern. You just use Decrepify on a target.
Phantom Lancer banned out once again. Although Ninjas in Pyjamas banned out the Phantom Lancer last game against a Wraith King. Is there any chance that maybe hints at possibly Wraith King coming out for Team Lithium? Could be safe lane this time if Weaver's going to be in the off lane.
They could, yeah, but they need a strong position 5.
The Dire get a ban.
Okay, Storm Spirit banned out. Undying is still in the pool. Maybe that's the reason why they banned out Storm Spirit, if they want to run Undying Winter Wyvern combo again. So maybe Lithium should ban it out. They're afraid of these elusive heroes that can cut the back lines, and if they pick 2 supports with no stuns or disables, then it's really a problem for them.
Dire's turn to
Meepo getting banned out.
Alright, so they were thinking Winter Wyvern is out, one of the better counters against Meepo. Even though we have Earthshaker, we still don't want to play it in the deciding game.
That's fair. Possibly seeing a Meepo, that would have been pretty hype. But let's see. Alright, Ancient Apparition here for the side of Team Lithium with this Earthshaker, so pretty big in the team fight.
What's with AAs? is this third or fourth game of Ancient Apparition today.
Yeah. Goes from like almost never seeing him.
Never, yeah.
And to now 4 games out of the 6 we've done today.
Seconds.
That's insane.
5 seconds remaining.
Dyer's turn to pick.
And now Rubik's coming out.
Okay, so Rubik, good pick in terms of mitigating a lot of that magical damage coming out from all these heroes. And against the Weaver, we have one of the best spells. You can steal, Shikuchi, set up the
10
ganks,
seconds.
and Fisher as well. No cast time, so it's instant.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think you're gonna be able to steal AA ulti because his positioning is always behind his team, hard to get.
I wonder if they're gonna go back to the Alchemist. I mean, I think it's a rough Alchemist game for Lithium just because there's so much control here for Ninjas in Pyjamas. But
It does look good, yeah. Rubik, Centaur, Winter Wyvern. That's not that much burst in short period of time, even though Winter Wyvern Q works really well against Alchemist in general.
you've also got the Ancient Apparition. It's like Alch could be good, you know. You're not having that against you, that AA. But I mean, yeah, and Ultra Lake in the Ags on these heroes isn't that bad either. You know, Weaver, Ancient Apparition is decent. Earthshakers is pretty good. And they just won with it. Could see it again. But we're waiting on the mid in the safe lane of Ninjas in Pyjamas. And they do have the last pick as well. Be interesting to see what Lithium does with all this time used on this 4th pick.
Radiant's turn to pick.
And ends up being the Lena. Okay. So burst damage. As well as another stun here for the side of Team Lithium.
I mean, if they want to pick, let's say, a TA right now, does well against Lena. Not sure if it's going to survive the last ban stage. AA, Earthshaker, these heroes are pretty easy kills to get with the TA. And it opens up the Roche for them.
So let's see. I mean, I don't know. I like TA because they also still have a bunch of control right now. Like, they don't need someone that gives them even more control. In the safe lane, though, is what I'm wondering what they're going to go for. I want to... Could we see... I haven't really been seeing it in the EU CIS, but the Spectre's been still pretty popular in China.
Spectre's still a good pick. Not in every game, but even after the huge nerfs, she's still playable. If they could go for it, but it's maybe a little bit greedy. She would just get stomped if you have Spectre AA against Winter Wyvern Centaur. Also, Invoker could be played for Nip. Quaswax Invoker doesn't sound bad.
Dyer's ban now.
Cutting it real close. But they go to the Wraith King, and this is going to be an ace Wraith. So, now we're looking at last bans, last picks. Anything that jumps out at you from these 2 drafts that might need one more thing?
I think they could pick some kind of a mana burn against the Raid King. Phantom Lancer still in the pool, but they have really, really good heroes against PL, and then it doesn't necessarily counter a Raid King, but it's better to have it than not to have it.
Yeah, Phantom Lancer are actually banned fourth by Lithium.
Oh, they banned it. Never mind then.
Radiant's turn to ban.
So TA's gone. That's why I was thinking about TA if they wanted to pick it. Let me just check the hero list real quick. It's easier to
Wrap your mind around.
see what they could go for. Yeah.
10 seconds.
Could we? I feel
They
like,
could get they could get a Zeus inside of NIP.
yeah.
Radiant's
Storm is gone, Huskar gone. So
Medusa.
wow, man, these heroes are not gonna die. Look at this green slime. A little bit of blue at the start with transition to the green. So
It's the blue-green lineup. A good tanker coming out. That is. So I love that hero. It is a rare treat to see Tinker. And it feels like these days.
So no real catch for Tinker. They don't have the best vision hero. Centaur is the only one who has a spell that could try to catch a Tinker once he gets a Blink Dagger. So looks like a good Tinker game. But if Nip decides to go as 5, it's always hard to break the tier 3s against Tinker, Shaker, Lina, a lot of spam. So this could be a really long game.
And we could be looking at 100 minutes here, 200 minutes.
All right, Bkop, I need you to calm down. 200 minutes.
I mean, I watched an hour and 22-minute game yesterday, or 2 days ago. Thankfully, it wasn't like the Serenity eHome game I had the pleasure of kind of casting, because they 10-man DC'd 48 minutes in, and then 2 hours later remade it and had to start over. Which feels really bad. But, I don't know. Could see a long game timer here. I mean, you're saying long game. I'm talking about the longest game.
Well, I talked about mana burners against Raid King. There is Weaver. I didn't see her because she's really small. And maybe the Fusel Blade here could be a better idea than Maelstrom against Raid King and Medusa. This mana burn could really make a difference.
I actually didn't realize that Tinker pick changes Lina into a 4. And the Earthshaker into the 3. I didn't even realize that at all, because I was thinking that Lina was going to be there mid, and then I saw this Tinker. It didn't even faze me that that was the plan.
Prepare for battle.
Completely whiffed on seeing that, but it's interesting to see a 4-position Lina. I mean, not a bad 4 position by any means. You get that stun out there still. I mean, you'll have.
Yeah, Jarex has been playing offlane. I mean, position 4 Lina. It can also be played as an offlane when you get a decent amount of farm with the cast range and Ether Lance. Light Strike Array range, cast range just becomes so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And you have the extra damage maybe at 15. But they are wrapping around all as 5 at the moment, and down here is PPD and Ace.
30 seconds to
They
battle.
found Ace in the last game. Oh.
That's not the easy kill to get by any means. Winter Wyvern can just fly over the Fissure. They're already drawing on the map what needs to be done. They're gonna try to pick up 2 top runes.
That is the sad life here. Get the fissure, light strike array. There's the stun with the Shikuchi. Wraithfire Blast comes out onto the Lina. A lot of damage to follow that up, but not enough damage to get first blood. That was unfortunate. You think they get that kill if the smoke's not broken with that pause?
Nah, I don't think so. She could just use the Arctic Burn and fly to the tower. Get rid of the vision. So 2 for 2 in terms of runes. We have double stun on the bot lane against the melee hero, and playing Earthshaker as a core against melee hero always feels nice.
Yeah, obviously takes that fissure level 1 here, as we saw it earlier. He'll be here with the Lina, so they have some range. They have 2 stuns. Definitely opportunities in this lane for the side of Team Lithium. Can the stack beat the org is the question in this series.
It's been quite some time since I saw someone playing Medusa.
I think I saw it the other day.
Probably in Chinese region, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a Morphling on the other side. But that was like, I think that was maybe, it was either ESL or WESG that was played in. But it was, I don't believe the Medusa won.
MNT trying to pull the wave. Just to deny the XP from them, but that means that they're gonna get level 2 a bit after what the Nip is gonna do. So 2 levels. If they can go on Lina right now, that could be a good kill too. They have Arctic Burn, double slow. How's our mid doing?
Actually, Fada's getting pressured pretty heavily. Already level 3 is Mage, and about a quarter of a level ahead at the moment. Nothing too crazy. But that's with creeps under the tower to give that XP, so about even.
Oh, Arcane Rune for Tinker. There's an unwritten rule. Every time you use a laser, you need to get 1 CS and 1 deny.
Looks like 33, Cold Feet. Hexu will get the kill. Then over bottom, we take a look. PPD goes down. Wraithfire Blast comes in onto MNT. Ace trying to chase, but the Salve keeps him healthy enough that he probably won't die here. They might actually turn it onto Ace. Meanwhile, though, Mage over mid is going to fall.
On the bottom lane.
Fall.
Yeah, I don't know what you were watching. If Lina gave Mango to Earthshaker, he could have gotten the kill on Wraith King. So different kind of a story in this game. Fata destroyed Mage in both games. Mage managed to come back this time. He's sitting on double of CS, 9 denies, and he scored a solo kill.
Yeah, that Arcane Rune really helping him out, as I mean, he is a full level now ahead of Fada, who was a little bit less before. And Saksa getting Loshikuchi over. And they'll get themselves at least 1. He's trying to trade with 33 for Madara here. Or with Madara. And there's the double edge again, and he'll finally get the kill. So waits out the 5 seconds, hits the second double edge, takes out Madara. He'll only lose his Rubik. It's an alright trade there for 33. But this time Fada is the one falling behind by a level or possibly 2 soon.
Invisibility.
I'm just lasering the creeps. That's an Invis Lina with 1 point in Dragon Slayer, 1 in stun. But the problem is Tinker does not have mana. 130, 80. Yeah, he's gonna have for a combo. Boots coming plus a clarity. Oh, Radiant's using a scan. She thinks that he's approaching from the side.
Mystic Snake, stun comes out. Fada. really tanks, I guess, a gank there. But
2 points in mana shield plus a fairy fire. Pretty hard to get that kill. Top lane, 33 misses a stun.
And then gets tipped for it. And ooh, over bottom, Kezu hit with the Wraithfire Blast. The skeleton's hitting away at him. The fissure comes out. LSA is going to miss on the ace, and now maybe next time going to be chased. PPD doesn't actually have the Arctic Burn anymore, and Wraithfire Blast again on DMNT. Crate comes through, and he'll get the kill.
That's pretty unlucky, or lucky, whatever you want to call it.
Depends who you're rooting
So
for.
Madara, level 4. They have 2 points in Chilling Touch. They could start to play aggressive on Rubik. But if he decides to go with the Shikuchi, he's gonna get lifted. Because they have a sentry ward and can get easily blown up. Stun.
Sun coming out. Now the Swarm with the cold feed. 33 on the run, but not nearly enough damage. As over bottom we take a look. Ace in a little bit of trouble. As the stun comes through, they have the totem and they'll get the kill.
Dire are
5-2 right now in favor of Lithium, and going for the Soul Ring soon is the Tinker. And finally finishes it off, but still sitting here a level ahead of the Medusa, and Madara not level 6 just yet, and tries to run away with the Shikuchi, just gets out of harm's range. And
A lot of sustain items on that Weaver. Infused Raindrops, kept her alive, plus a magic wand. Blah, 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 blah.
Don't burn your fingers.
now, is being behind by a level to this Tinker as bad for the Medusa, as we saw like the last matchup?
It doesn't matter. Once she gets the Mask of Madness, Phase Boots, she can just jungle all day long. One level right now does not mean anything. She's saving a point in case she needs to tank a gank. Skill the ulti. He also brought a lot of regen. A couple of more tangos and flask, just so he can salve up, heal up after Tinker uses his harassment tools.
Doing a lot of damage here to Ace, and he has been, I wouldn't say struggling, but he might die here if he's not too careful. And actually, maybe next time taking some tower shots with the Splinter Blast getting dangerously low. Oof. Again,
They don't
really
have
close to dying.
the shrine, yeah, so he needs to walk back, and maybe if he gets the rune, if he gets lucky with the rune, Peter knows something is up. Rune is top, invis for Saksa.
Maybe next time going all the way back. He's not level 6 yet.
Dire's
Top
middle
Texas
tower
sitting here
is
level
under
4, Madara
pressure.
finally level 6, Saksa sitting invis. Telekinesis comes out, tries to drop him into the hands of 33, actually misaligns that. Going after Saksa, Cold Feet comes through, Fade Bolt not going to be enough, and end up getting the kill on the Saksa, looking easy. Time lapse forced out of Madara. They might actually want to dive in on this as they slow him down.
Yeah, and meanwhile on the bottom lane, a lot of action happening as well. This Lina is getting focused really hard. Raid King level 6, so still saving a point.
Just trying to hold a point for now as Arctic Burn thrown out on Kezu. He does have that Echo Slime. He's level 6. Maybe next time not too far behind. And getting that Laguna Blade. The stun's going to miss on PPD. For right now, it's a 1,000 net worth lead for Lithium. Take a look over at Mage. He's 1,000 gold away from having those boots of travel, and then he's going to start moving around the map. And I think at that point you'll also have level 6 here for maybe next time. I could definitely see Lithium starting to be aggressive all over the map.
Yeah, Mage pretty much moved into this triangle. Let's see if he can stack a couple of those. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Runes coming out, plus Tome of Knowledge.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Sox getting chased by Madara once again, but we'll get under this tower. Vanguard's picked up for this Centaur. He's going into the pipe as well as the blink, then the pipe. Usually what we see from the Centaur is like these big utility items, and he gets beefy. As
yeah, he's gonna need those, especially against the Tinker. If you want to siege the high ground, you need to have a pipe, and he's the only one who can carry it.
Just in a little bit low, but he's about to have these boots of travel. There it is. He's also sitting level 10. So now is the time of the Tinker where he's going to start moving around. Stun comes through on a Madara. They've got the Ice Vortex laid down to slow down 33, but he is big with 1,620 health.
He also bought a casual Ring of Protection just to mitigate some right-click damage from the Weaver. His Centaur is really low armor hero.
Illusion.
Fine. Just the game is surprisingly slow between these two teams right now. Just sitting back, farming up what they can. I mean, they want these boots of travel here for the Tinker, which they've already got. They'd like to get a Blink Dagger soon onto Kezu. Ice Blast comes all the way over bottom, but it's not going to reach on the Ace, who is already moving back. And Shikuchi here for Saxa, so maybe they could set something up.
They want to use a smoke, but they're under the ward. This is a good deep ward. You don't expect this kind of a stuff this early on. It's kind of also anti-Medusa ward. So if you want to try to go and gank her. Smoke revealed.
Mage coming over towards bottom. They'll throw the Fissure, and there's the rearm trying to get a kill on the Ace. He is going to have this reincarnation, so now Madara and Kezu slowed up. PPD is going to be taken out by maybe next time. The Echo Slam laid down onto Ace. They'll get the kill. Meanwhile, Mage is taken out by 33. The rotation over from Fada. Ice Blast comes all the way in, hitting onto 33. Double Edge. He'll end up dying afterwards to Pexu, and Madara gets the kill on Fada and Saxa.
He's gonna clean them up. That was a big AA ulti. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Lina solo killed Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern is only level 5. This is a big problem. So, Rubik took the tone. He's level 7.5. PPD needs to go on a solo mission, try to push out the wave with the Splinter Blast, get himself to level 6.
Yeah, it seems like they really need this Winter's Curse.
And look at the levels. Weaver, level 11. Already picked up that XP gain talent. She's gonna be really high level. Also has the Dragon Lance completed, just needs to use the Courier on the side shop.
Here it comes, giving that Dragon Lance over. We take a look over at Mage. He's looking for a Blink Dagger after picking up these boots of travel.
I think you need to fix the overlay.
Yeah, I fixed it. It's the delay.
You fixed it?
Yeah,
Alright.
it was just a 5-minute delay. Took all that time. But thank you for the information, Lacoste.
No problem, dude.
They're up 4,000 on Lithium, and I mean, are they heavily relying too much on Fada, or can they work with like the Centaur when he gets this Blink Dagger? Are we still not seeing what's possible here for NIP, but or are we even going to see what's possible as they start falling further and further behind?
This Medusa died 2 times. She needs some time to recover. And it's gonna be pain in the ass to play against the Tinker, who's gonna have a Blink Dagger in 200 gold, and they have no cash. So this is pretty much a free Tinker game in terms of if he plays it correctly, he's not gonna die. But in first game of this series, he played a Storm Spirit, had an amazing mid game, but also a bit overextension.
Money to burn.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
I go for Saksa once again. He's got this level 4 in the Shikuchi, making him very hard to catch. So he almost landed that Ice Blast on him. He just was not led far enough. And Blink Dagger, Kezu's got the gold for Blink. And as does this Tinker, and then the Centaur picks up a Blink as well. But like you said, they don't really have enough, it seems like, to catch Mage.
Earthshaker has a Blink Dagger now, so does the Centaur, so the timings are pretty much the same, even though Centaur is more farmed, has that extra Vanguard. Yeah, Weaver is going for the Fusel Blade, and when she gets Mana Break talent, that's gonna be a lot of mana burn for both Medusa and the Wraith King.
Now they're gonna smoke up as 4. This one not
Need some friends.
under a ward, but they spot Saksa, and 4 Euros here getting an easy kill. Madara's actually on a killing spree.
I like how Lina tried to use a Laguna Blade and like, wait, this guy has a Shikuchi but does not have a time lapse. I don't need to use it.
Stone Gaze coming out over mid, as well as the Winter's Curse. This is locking in Peksu and Kezu, and now 33 comes in with the Stomp onto both of them. They'll take out Peksu. Echo Slam is going to be dropped. PPD drops to Madara, as well as 33 going down to Kezu. They'll look over at Fada going under the tier 2, looking for the Fissure, and has more than enough damage to handle this Medusa. Laguna Blade comes out onto Ace. He's got Reincarnation. There's the Shikuchi following closely. Mage comes in. They'll take the first life, and let's see. The Telekinesis Fable coming out onto both Kezu as well as maybe next time, but they've got the stun, looking for it all. They'll get the kill on Ace as well as Saksa. Mage gets both of them. There's a double kill.
That's a full team wipe. Man, this Tinker from behind, they can't catch him. They have a good hero in front. Weaver taking drawing a lot of attention from them. She's level 15 now, gonna have a Mana Break talent and getting closer to that Diffusal Blade. This doesn't look good for Nip, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's looking really bad right now. Down 6,000 net worth. It's very hard, I think, for them to bring the Medusa back into this game. They're not finding spots to let Medusa farm. I really don't know what you do if you're Ninjas in Pyjamas. They still have the tier 1 over top, but still, would you feel safe if you were this Medusa right now on the map with a Tinker possibly coming in at any moment?
Definitely not. You have 2 heroes who rely on using right click to deal damage, and you're playing against Tinker and you're playing from far behind, so it's gonna be hard. And they don't have the best Roche lineup either, so they can't go for that sneaky play. We're gonna go into the Roche pit, and they're losing the control of the map. Look where the wards are standing. But Lithium is playing in this particular area, so whenever they try to farm here, they're gonna get picked off.
And almost finishing off this Diffusal Blade is Madara. And then he'll have himself a BKB afterwards. Mage just picked up this Aether Lens after the Blink Dagger, too.
Oh, I like how Madara tried to use the Swarm fast because he saw the Rubik. He wants him to steal the Swarm. Does not want him to have Shikuchi because supports need to invest money in sentry wards. And it's way better spell to steal. So look where this Tinker is standing. He's just standing here. They're gonna need to play some anti-Tinker wards. But now with the Ether Lance, cast range, like no real hero to catch the Tinker.
Triple fire.
Don't really see much of an answer at the moment for Ninjas in Pyjamas, except to hope this game kind of goes longer and they can find farm. But Fada forced to stay in this jungle, and I would assume that Lithium kind of know that. They have the pressure, they have the ward here, they know that this Medusa has been pretty much closed out in terms of where you can go to farm.
Yeah, this Medusa is gonna need so many items. I'm not even sure what he's gonna buy to counter this Weaver with the Diffusal Blade right now. If he uses one Geminate attack, that's 20 times 2, 40 mana, and 50 on the Diffusal Blade. That's 140 mana burned in 1 second, plus the extra damage.
So there it is. There's the Mana Break coming out, as well as the Diffusal Blade.
Smoke used by Nip.
And they're going to try and Stampede, find Madara. They've got themselves the Telekinesis as well as the Stomp. Double Edge, and Saksa cleaning him up. More than enough damage to take care of this Weaver. Was almost close to getting that time lapse off. That could have been a problem. But they get the kill on this Weaver. Meanwhile, Mage, again, just still farming up everywhere that he can and pushing out these lanes as the Tinker.
So that ward should get devoured after that action. Every time you die like that, the ward should be removed. What is Tinker buying? It does not have anything queued up.
Could we see possibly a Hex eventually for this Tinker?
Yeah, definitely. But okay, so he just bought the Dagon.
Yeah. And Lena going for the Aether Lens, which is exactly what you talked about earlier, with the Aether Lens having the LSA from quite a range out.
Yeah, it's not just about LSA. It's about using the Yule Scepter to start a fight if you lack initiation. Like, look at the... Okay, she does not have Aether Lens yet, but when she gets it, click on Yule Scepter and see the range. It's just insane.
So they come over towards bottom. They're going to be looking for Ace. There's the Fissure. Blocks out Madara, but he's got enough range here to make sure that Ace ends up dying.
And all the mana is gone. He can't even use the Reincarnation.
Which means when he gets to... this is definitely a level 20, no Reincarnation mana cost.
Yeah, but he's only level 13.
He's far away from it.
Because with the Raid King, you want to fight with that hero. You get a lot of XP, and then you get yourself to level 20. Look at the Centaur on bottom.
Yeah, Stampede comes in. The Dagon, as well as Madara, having the damage. That was let off by maybe next time getting the Yules and the stun. Also had that double damage with Tinker coming in. He's going... Weaver's going for the BKB. Tinker... You think he upgrades this Dagon a couple levels, or is he going to hold it level 1 for now and maybe go to the next item first?
He could get Aghanim Scepter, because Weaver is like poor man's bounty in this game, with the Swarm providing vision. So the rockets will hit multiple targets.
Oh boy, Ace might be dead again. This is not where you want to be, and at least this time he had enough mana for Reincarnation, as he'll be back alive, but it's not really going to matter all too much, and Madara will get the kill anyway. Now we take a look. There's the Yules with the stun. LSA on Saksa. And he throws the Fade Bolt, but he is dead as well. So 2 kills here for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Fada forced the TP all the way back.
Yeah, they're pinging out this. They want to devord it. Yeah, they have a sentry. AA has a sentry. It's going to reach the ward.
This is 11,000 net worth lead for Lithium.
Nip does not have an answer for this Tinker. They could take tier 2 towers, play some deep vision, maybe even buy a gem, get the Roche, and try to finish the game from there.
Ice Blast coming in onto 33 with the Laguna Blade. Easily cleaning up this Centaur. It's just making every kill look easy. And just no retort from Ninjas in Pyjamas in any way, shape, or form. It's not the quickest of sieges, but they will eventually take this tier 2 tower.
Yeah, the damage is not really there. Weaver with the Geminate attack, they need to use urns so they can take down this tower. Oh, backdoor protection kicked in. Doesn't matter.
On the Saxa, and will steal the Fissure from this Earthshaker, but it's not going to matter. He holds it for about 2 seconds before Mage comes in and finishes the job.
Alright, so Lina has the Ether Lens. Click on the range now. This is...
Let's see this range on the Yules. Whew.
And click the LSA. That's like a Ravage range.
And then even the Dragon Slave is just far. That is insane. And he's able to Laguna from quite a distance too. Just the Aether Lens does so much, especially with the extra cast range. And now, take a look. Blink, Hoof Stomp coming through onto the Tinker. They finally found him with this Tinker Ward placed here. So they end up getting the kill. They finally catch the Tinker. This is something that Ninjas in Pyjamas desperately need.
That's a good kill. Maybe he should not be the one blinking into those classic Tinker spots, or have his team ward place a sentry here and there. Maybe even here if they take down tier 1 tower.
So, roaming Spirit Vessel will be picking up a Spirit Vessel for himself in just a moment. Not too far away from it. Diffusal, PPD, Ice Blast coming in. That's the one bad thing about Cold Embrace. It makes you very susceptible to going down. The Echo Storm lands on it too. Makes it so Fada is out of mana. They've got the stun here onto the Wraith King. Madara gets the kill. They'll take out maybe next time. Saxa gets credit for that one. The slow is through from Pexa with the Ice Vortex laying on the ground. They look over for 33, trying to run. Tinker moving in with him. Madara is unstoppable as he gets that kill. They'll take out the first life on this Wraith King. Actually blinks to the right. They're looking, they're searching.
They know where he is.
Oh.
Or do they? They have no mana.
All the Yules coming through. And they will get this
A did not have mana to show him. Yeah, with the Ice Vortex. So they just lost Lina. This Medusa is gonna need another hour because she does not do anything in fights. She just loses mana, and look at the HP on that hero. 1,000 HP.
That is not much at all. You were here worried about a 2-hour game. We're 26 minutes in, and Team Lithium, they've got themselves a 15,000 net worth lead, and they're not looking back at the moment.
Definitely not. There's a double damage on top. No one has the vision of it, but since Wraith King ulti is down, he's level 15. Only they could scout it and go Roche with the Swarm. Weaver is level 22.
Level 22, taking the +2 Swarms attacks to kill. And then we'll see what he ends up taking level 25. As for the Tinker, he's getting close to level 20 as well. And then, of course, the Earthshaker level 16, level 15. He took the +7 armor. He's going for the Force Staff after this Blink annual. So the utility is there. The Blink, or the Force Staff is possible if he doesn't have the ability to Blink in.
The Force Staff has been nerfed so hard. You have 100 mana cost item, and it just doesn't feel good. But against these heroes, Wraith King, who blinks in, try to focus one target, same goes for Centaur, you just get them out of the focus, and it sounds really good. They have a vision on the Wraith King, but they're near the shrine.
GG coming in. There's the blink with the stampede, but the Yule is going to be used here. Kezu drops the Echo Slam. The sun coming through as well as the Laguna Blade freezing over the Cold Feet. They'll get the kill. Meanwhile, Winter's Curse is thrown down onto Mage, which gets them some control. But now the LSA again on Ace. As 33 has ball back, they'll use the Stone Gaze. They'll find the stun onto this Earthshaker. He'd already used his Echo Slam, however, and the first life of Ace is taken from the Ice Blast of Peksu.
Still a decent trade. That's a buyback from Centaur. Also, Raid King is not getting much farm. He only has Blade Mail and a Blink Dagger. They want something to happen. Winter Wyvern did not use ulti once this game where people are actually attacking this same target. 0 kills from ulti. The only thing he can do is try to set up things for, let's say, a Centaur stun. They're gonna need so much time in this game. Medusa, level 20, so she's gonna have that extra 700 mana, become a little bit more tankier.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
Such a far and ahead lead here for the side of Lithium, and it is not looking good for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Every fight seems like they're spread out. They're not getting many kills, if at all. And they only have 10 kills 30 minutes into the game. Lithium are averaging a kill a minute, while Ninjas in Pyjamas are averaging a third of a kill a minute.
That's a correct math, my buddy. Yep.
I wasn't going to check anyway. I'm NA math here. I don't check my answers. I could have said a kill every 3 minutes. That would have been better.
They have a vision on PPD. He's just erased from this game. Brown boots. Okay, Tranquil boots. Magic one. But the good thing about Winter Wyvern, even if the game is not going well for you, you have the GPM down, so at one point you might get a Blink Dagger, Ether Lens, and change the whole fight with it. Raid King needs more time. He needs that level 20. He needs that Radiance, because it's really not going well for him either.
He's far from both. Far from the Radiance. Not terribly far, and I would say he's further from level 20 than he is from that Radiance for sure. Just no Radiance would be nice, but I think the thing he's hoping for even more is that level 20. So it's 31 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, he was the one who took the Tome of Knowledge. That was just what I was going to be looking for if they had bought it yet. He desperately needs that. Puts him at 17.5, but still 2.5 levels away from getting himself to 20.
He's getting there. They just don't want to fight until they have level 20 on the Raid King. Centaur's item progression was not great. He has Foot of Defiance. Let's check on Medusa. She's actually going for a Hex. It's gonna give her some mana and a little bit more control.
Surprisingly, the first Roche of the game here, but picked up by Team Lithium, and they'll give the Aegis over to Madara, who is working closer and closer to level 25.
Yeah, the map is shrinking for ninjas. They have one observer ward and one anti-tinker ward on the map, which doesn't provide much vision. Besides, for the tinker, it's being pinged out, so that's gonna get dewarded as well. They have a gem. Who has it? I think they bought a gem. So yeah, Earthshaker.
It basically cuts the map to this for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Radiant's top tower just got sent to the bottom.
Seems so difficult for them to be confident about moving out. I mean,
and Weaver's going full, I'm gonna solo pick you off build, getting closer to level 25, so with Shikuchi movement speed, silence, plus Nullifier is queued up next. Once that's gonna be a Bloodthorn.
Tinker has finished off this Dagon 5. He's got 3,500 gold saved up as well. Be interesting to see what he picks up next. DPD is spotted. I mean, they've got the vision here. He needs to be careful. Madara wrapping around as he places down a ward. They got to know that's there. And whew, Mage almost has the damage. They'll find Ace once again. And Reincarnation will be popped. But the question is, where is your help? And the answer is nowhere. As everybody is here for the side of Team Lithium. He buys out on the Radiance before he goes down. But godlike is Madara, and that is just a huge issue.
And that ward is gonna get probably devorded as well. The one that PPD placed. He needs to get out of the base, sacrifice himself, try to plant a vision for his team so they can farm. But this way they're gonna get out farmed if they keep playing like that.
So basically just stuck in their base is, oh wow, just way out of place is this Weaver, as I believe he was force-staffed into the base by the Centaur, right into his feet as he got the stun.
Yeah, plus a stolen Fisher. Now they're gonna need to take things a little bit more serious. Tinker getting closer to that Hex.
Money to burn.
They don't have any kind of BKBs, so pretty much a guaranteed Hex on whoever they want to. They don't have any Lotus Orb, no defensive items, and also they're gonna pick up 4 runes.
And that's one of the problems where, you know, when you're starting to lose this game and you can't really be out of your base too much, you do also lose out on the 4 bounty runes constantly. So it's just padding that gold here for the side of Team Lithium. Makes it a 20,000 net worth lead. The Hex, though, is finished here for Fada. He does have 17,000 net worth. He's not having the worst of games. He is 0-4-5, though. We'll have to see if the Medusa can carry them back into this game.
Medusa will need to transition into damage items right now.
More dewarding going on. Shadow Blade picked up for maybe next time.
Red King still level 18, but has more mana pool, 770. If he doesn't get focused by a Weaver, it's a guaranteed ulti. But he's still afraid to go in like that. The Rambo mode, you're kind of expected to see from a Raid King. He needs to be more careful.
With the way they're unable to really farm here.
Oh, he's gonna find him.
Saksa getting Dagon to death. As Mage gets the kill. Dead for 43 seconds is Saksa. Nice little kill there coming out for Mage as he is continuing to just overwhelm the entire map for Ninjas in Pyjamas. And he has finished off this Hex and has another 2,000 gold under his belt. He's sitting at 24,000 in terms of net worth. That is...
Man.
Oof. It's unfortunate because Ninjas in Pyjamas, they can't go out and really farm. They're basically only fed what creeps get to them. And that's it. And even then, like we saw Saksa not too far away from the base, and he gets just obliterated, dead.
Not the funnest Dota to watch, but they're playing it safe. Probably gonna wait for another Roche, put that Aegis on a Weaver, give cheese to Earthshaker, because they can't leave the base. But it's still a Medusa, so anything can change. If they hold for quite long, she might get 6 slotted by a couple of rapiers.
How long are we talking if he gets 6 slotted and a couple of rapiers?
40 minutes plus 40 minutes, I mean. So she can still swap Ring of Aquila. There's Magic Wand, TP, Phase Boots. Get all those items out. Mask of Madness, disassemble into Butterfly. She just started the game.
The game has just started for Medusa, because you need 6 new items. Sounds rough. Thinking your game doesn't start for another 40 minutes. And do you think Nick recognized that and they kind of want to just protect the Medusa, go out and get her farm? You know, the experience isn't as important, but you want to be able to get the gold into the hands of the Medusa.
Well, it's the only thing they can do right now. They can't go for a smoke play. Even if they kill someone, pretty much everyone has a buyback on the side of Lithium.
And just short gold is the Centaur as well as the Earthshaker. Yeah, they're trying to, I think they're all trying to just give this gold to Medusa, who's now, instead of the Butterfly, going for the Skadi.
Money to burn.
Not sure if Scotty's gonna change anything. You have Weaver, who has Shikuchi.
Link with the Wraithfire Blast, as well as the Stampede coming in. Got the Yules on a 33. Nice blast flies over, and Shikuchi, I believe, stolen again. Yeah, but that's
and
it.
Roche just spawned. Yep. Well, Medusa is gonna be level 25 soon. Split Shot uses modifiers. So that's gonna be AoE Skadi.
It's interesting to see Lithium take this much time, and I understand that they want Roche. Or is it just because they know how... Ooh, actually, Jules comes out onto Ace. Now they've got the Nullifier coming in. Just talking about them trying to play it safe. Buyback comes through from the Rubik. They've got the stun. Mage coming through. There's the Laguna Blade. Ace is going to lose his life. The buyback from Rubik doesn't matter.
And he has a buyback. They should try to force a buyback and just continue to do what they were doing. Or they can go for a Roche and still threaten the base, maybe. Even force rate with the buyback then. That's a full Bloodthorn on a Weaver. So solo pickup potential from Weaver, Tinker. I think it's just gonna be way too much. Medusa needs to buy an item to deal the damage, because at one point Lithium is gonna knock on your door and you need to be ready.
Yeah, for right now they're trying to build up that farm, barricade themselves in, and hope that they can survive. E-Blade being built here for the Centaur. Lotus Orb for the Rubik, who just bought back, so he's off that for a while. And then the AC for this Wraith King, as well as PPD going in to the Glimmer Cape. So they're trying to build up these next items if they can.
So Earthshaker is the one who picked up Aegis.
Yeah, and then Cheese was put on the Weaver. We'll see. Weaver are when Lithium and Weaver are officially ready to high ground this base. You know these words are here. Stealing the Shikuchi once again is the Rubik, but the Fissure comes out, not in time. It does block off the rest of them from coming in as he gets back to the base. The Yules is through. Look at that, just that LSA range you were talking about. It looks so long in that moment.
I mean, Medusa can go for a BKB. She can, yeah, but she does not want to get hexed into team fight. But who's gonna deal the damage? She deals 200 damage with the slow, and these heroes can easily just run away from that Scotty.
Double damage here over top. BKB is going to be finished off for Medusa. Buying out, not saving that buyback, basically knowing that if the Medusa dies, that's it anyway.
And he's saving a level 25 talent tree. He's not getting it, maybe thinking about if we get to that point where we need to defend the mega creeps with a rapier, extra split shots is gonna do a lot.
More fuel for my fire.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Scan comes out from the Radiant. That'll spot Kezu. They don't know if it's just one or more, but they're going to start coming over for the Earthshaker. Fada Smoke's going to be blown. There's the Hex. They'll look for the damage. He's got himself the Aegis, so it's buying a lot of time for the rest of the team. They don't blow anything big on this just yet, but the BKB is going to be popped by maybe next time. They look over at 33, who's being caught way out here, and the Echo Slam's going to be laid down. Fada popped his BKB. Eagles is used by this Earthshaker. Ice Blast lands, I believe, on the Medusa with now the Stone Gaze coming in. Madara, he pops the BKB, but the rockets from the high ground are hard to deal with the laser coming in. Kezu's still alive, but he finally drops. Now the Hex onto Madara. Echo Slam stolen from Saksa, but just kind of thrown out. Not even sure if that hit this Weaver. They end up getting 3 kills there. And they lose 2, and the buyback comes from 33. I think that was, what, just the reincarnation, though, from Wraith King.
Yeah, they're showing that this game is far from over. As we discussed, this could be a 90-minute plus game. Medusa just pretty much started farming. Tinker ran out of the mana in that fight. He has 10,000 gold. He should swap that Soul Ring with something. Has Bloodstone queued up.
He's got 10,000 gold. The richest of rich. And the rich get richer as life lives on here.
God, that was deep.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
You could say so. 33, he just bought back, and he's forced to use that Stampede to retreat. But look at this. Ninjas in Pyjamas are the ones pressuring, as they were without the Weaver and the Lina on the side of Lithium.
Yeah, look at those skeletons.
It is October. And they are spooky and scary.
So another gem bot. Roche may respawn in 3 minutes. Okay, what does Medusa have? She took split shot, uses modifier in that fight. Working towards butterfly.
Should be close to it too, because you're gonna disassemble the Mask of Madness, right?
Yeah.
Or do you? Yeah. I was gonna say, or do you hold it for something else? But that wouldn't even make sense. Maybe. Nah, never mind.
Yeah, maybe in your bracket. Just kidding. So.
No, you're right. You're right. Don't worry.
Tinkerman, 6,000 gold to have soon. Look at this amount of farm. He's farming a couple of lanes simultaneously. He can sell the Ether Lands if he wants to. Not sure what he's gonna buy.
Is it worth going Ags and replacing that Aether Lens?
He can start building different kind of items, like Necro Book. Manta style Radiance, whatever, split push, but it's not as effective against Medusa. So Centaur with a BKB.
I would like to see him get an Ags, I feel like. It's always nice to have that reduction coming through.
Yeah, Weaver can get a heart, sell Dragon Lance, buy another item, buy a Moon Shard.
Thanks here for Kezu on the Earthshaker. They, like you said, they have that new gem. As Ace is holding the gem for the side of Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Yeah, not much is happening in this game. Waiting for a next Roche to spawn.
This game.
Just a casual Rubik Echo Slam on a creep wave because it was running out.
It's farming. Echo Slam. Works out.
Moon Shard bought by Tinker. Did it give it to anyone?
He gave it to the Weaver.
Yeah. Yeah.
More fuel for my fire.
But the butterfly is finished. Disassembles it. Keeps the Morbid Mask.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
And Roche is up in 45 seconds. So let's see what we can find here. Is PPD. Oh boy, hit with the nullifier and the silence. Swarm is on top of him. He's trying to get away, but the Laguna Blade is there. They'll get the kill. They'll also take out Ace's first life. Dragon Slave stolen by the Rubik. They've got the Yules here onto the Wraith King that they've taken out maybe next time. The Hex is onto this Wraith King. BKB, Popeye 33. Dagon comes in. And there's the Echo Slam coming in from Kezu with the Fissure. Ace is gone. Saksa is out of this game. Exu finally dies to Fada. Stone Gaze, though.
Oh, nice Force Staff. They're chasing. They want to get this Medusa.
They've got the Hex coming through onto the Medusa as well as the Fissure. There's the Totem from downtown. Saksa dead once again. 3 heroes gone for the side of Ninjas in Pyjamas without buyback. Medusa dies. Does have buyback, but it's going to be just him and 33 for a while.
Only Earthshaker and Tinker have buyback. We saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 buybacks in this fight. Not sure Medusa alone can hold this. They can always use Shikuchi to go to a different lane because of the extra movement speed, or they can just go in and try to kill Medusa. BKBs are ready on Weaver. Lena, 15 seconds for her BKB.
They push over mid, they push over bottom. And 16 seconds till they have Ace. It's not mega creeps just yet, but it's gonna get there real soon.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So now the game starts for Medusa. Buy a rapier. She wishes she had a different talent right now. The Roche is up, the third one, which means Refresher Shard as well.
There goes the Shrine. Roche is up. They want to play this.
4 runes
extra
again.
45,000 net worth lead for Team Lithium. It'll be this Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard for Lithium when they go in for the Roche, and Ninjas in Pyjamas will be up against the 45,000 net worth deficit and a lot to be thrown their way. Oh boy.
45,000 net worth lead.
That is not double what Ninjas in Pyjamas have total, but it is getting close.
Has fallen to the dire.
Okay, what's the plan here? Someone buy Vlad's. Medusa, get a couple of rapiers. Lotus Orb.
Well, actually, Medusa going for the Blink Dagger next.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Not the Rapier. We're going 300 minutes here on the defense.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
MKB next for the Weaver. Tinker. Bots 2, 19 Bloodstone charges. BKB in the backpack.
I don't think Lithium will try to go and finish the game right now. They have 3 buybacks on cooldown, so if they die, they're not gonna spawn for a very long time. So they could just try and wait for the buybacks to be online again.
They could.
So Medusa bought a blink
instead of that Divine Rapier. But Lithium are in the base. And they're going to try and make this happen. BKB's going to be popped by 33. They'll get the double edge. They'll immediately take out maybe next time. He popped back in the last fight, so he's dead for 2 minutes. There's the Chikuchi away, but the telekinesis comes through onto the Earthshaker. These rockets with this mini-stun are very annoying as they fly into the base. And BKB was popped by Mage.
Okay. So maybe the reason behind the blink is he wants to try to fight a Tinker because they have really no one, and he can position himself better for a Stone Gaze, but he's running out of slots. He can sell Manta style. Don't think Manta's doing too much at this point.
I mean, they did kind of hold right there. As the MKB is picked up for the Weaver. MKB gets picked up for Weaver, he still has 5,700 gold. Jesus.
47,000 net worth lead. I think the most I've seen was 55, 56, if I'm not mistaken.
Everybody's getting nags here. Even the lowest net worth of the Ancient Apparition is 11,000. Oh my god. I mean, that 90 gold a minute pays off when this game goes super late for the AA. As they are defending successfully against these mega creeps. They're pulling, I feel like Lithium are kind of pulling the 2K tactic, where you get the mega creeps and then you're like, ah, mega creeps will take care of them. We don't have to go in. We're good. We're good, guys. Just wait them out.
So Tinker has a BKB as well.
10-second BKB casually in the backpack.
They're gonna wait for buybacks to be almost ready, and then they're gonna go in because Aegis maybe spawn in 4 minutes. Roche, yeah.
And here they go, invading the base on the steps, ready to move in with these creeps knocking at the door. Tier 4s aren't too low at the moment for the Radiant, but that could change in just a moment. Dire pushing their way in. Madara going to be forced after. Oh, into the hoof stomp. They've got the fissure. That's going to be thrown, as well as the Ice Blast coming in from the side of Lithium. Madara uses that time lapse, gets the BKB off, but now you look over his Mage. He's getting so low here. And oh boy, he ends up dropping. They've got the Stone Gaze. Hex comes through onto Kezu. He's able to get himself out with that Axe Totem. And it's retreat, retreat, retreat for Team Lithium.
So yeah, they found that Tinker with the Blink Dagger on Medusa. 900 gold for Medusa. She needs to start thinking about the future, what she wants to buy. Buyback is gonna be ready in a minute.
Oh,
I just had to drink some water.
Sure.
It's working. Double damage.
No, I believe you.
Aegis is gone. Refresher Shard. Ready on Lina. Where's the cheese? Cheese and shaker.
Hoof Stomp comes out. Fissure that's stowing. Now they've got the BKB. They're going to move in. They immediately take out the Weaver. He's going to be there for so long. There's the Echo Slam. They get the kill onto the Wraith King. They also take out this Winter Wyvern. As they look for the kill with the Laguna Blade, but there's the Glimmer Cape moving forward. Now the Nullifier coming out into the Medusa, and a little bit of trouble. The Cone Embrace is going to be there, but the stun follows it up. Now, nice Winter's Curse! Oh boy, taking out the Tinker, trying to get him back, but a 5-man fissure with the totem and the stun on top of it. Down goes Fada, down goes Saxa, everybody using buybacks. There's the hoof stomp coming through on a Kezi with a double edge, can follow it up. They might get this kill. There's the stun, the LSA, but Mage, he just fought back. He's dead.
It's a dieback.
He's gone. 91 seconds.
90 seconds. Wow, man, this game could last for another 45 minutes without being actually one of the team being I don't know what I'm saying. Able to finish the game. What we have Medusa, Boots of Travel now needs to sell phase boots. She bought back. Who has a buyback? Lina, Shaker, and Centaur.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
So
can they actually leave the base? But they can't reach tier 3s in the time. A is gonna use a blast. Just make some damage. Roche is not up. May respawn in a minute. Or they're actually hunting. They might catch this Weaver who bought back as well.
Swarm. Avoided by Ace. Now it went from 45. It's now 34,000. It is.
We're slowly getting there.
They're pulling it back, Lacoste. They're pulling it back. Desperately. Against mega creeps. Against all odds. Ninjas in Pyjamas are like, we got this. Don't worry, guys.
I mean, at this point, the network lead, it does not matter.
It's all about who has buybacks.
Centaur is level 25. 1.5 seconds hoof stomp duration.
And he's picked up that Ags. Going Shiva's next. Medusa, meanwhile. 3,400 gold. And I start to wonder what's going to be queued up next. Is it going to be the Divine Rapier? Although Fada had to buy back in that fight, and now Radiant's Courier goes down. He'll lose that Blink Dagger. Was it Pexu who just killed that Courier?
I did not see. So how does Tinker itemize? He still has that 10-second BKB in a backpack. Now Raid King has a BKB as well.
Going for the Nullifier on this Wraith King, as he bought back as well.
Well, the Roche will respawn in a minute and 20 seconds. Lithium will try to go for a Roche. I don't think Nip can contest it. They're having fun in the base with Medusa turning on and off mana shield.
Pulling some party horns out there with those strobe lights coming out from the Medusa.
Big A ulti coming.
Missing. I do recall in the Philippines when we had DJ Lacoste, maybe they can get you to show up to the party.
Ta-da. So is everyone 25? Earthshaker 2 seconds enchant totem cooldown.
Just the Winter Wyvern and the Rubik are not 25. What does Rubik bring to the table at 25? 75% spell amp for stolen spells. Ooh. Plus the enchant totem. Kill someone?
I don't think it works that way because it's physical, but let's say he steals AA ulti, that would be really good.
Does he have... No, he doesn't have Axe, so he's not getting the Axe version.
Yeah. You should probably go for the other one, but if Winter Wyvern gets to level 25, Splinter Blast, 2 seconds stun cooldown, that's one of the better ones.
That stun from Splinter Blast is it can be very effective, especially because we saw them fighting by these stairs over mid, and they were really just corralled pretty tight. Like a 2-second stun from Splinter Blast there would be huge.
AA should get Refresher Shard. Yeah, you got it.
And they gave the Aegis this time to the Weaver. They're not giving it to the Earthshaker this time again.
Oh, double damage just spawned up. They have 2 Refresher Shards. Like, they should just use Ice Blast, refresh it, and then refresh it one more time and just send it from the base because they can't heal. If he hits 4 people, it lasts. He also has 4 seconds Ice Blast skill threshold. Scepter duration 17 seconds, so if he times it right, they can't heal for almost a minute.
Just Laguna 2 people with it on. And then the second one comes in. I mean, you gotta be dead at that point, I feel.
They should try to go in right now. The buyback times are pretty much the same on both teams. So if they take a fight which lasts 30 seconds, a minute, and if they lose it, they still can't reach their base. They're gonna have a buybacks then. So it's a really good time to go.
Waiting to see if this Medusa commits to the Divine Rapier.
Money to burn.
I feel like this would be the moment, but buyback coming up in 1:23. Now you're strapped for whether or not you want to buy out, and I think the answer might be to not buy out in this spot, just if they end up waiting for the Madara hit with the hoof stomp. There's the Yules. Ice Blast coming in. Laguna Blade's going to be put onto Saksa, as well as that ulti from the Ancient Apparition. Getting really low as Ace, but it's got the stun coming in. The Lincoln's going to be popped, as well as the Enchantomer of the BKB, with the Echo Slam doing absolutely nothing here from Kezu. Glyph is used. Refresher comes out, and I think that
Shaker has it now.
And now a Refresher Shard comes out, the second one for Earthshaker. Totem's out. Maybe coming back in. There's the BKB going to be popped here by Fada, as well as the Stone Gaze. Mage taking a lot of damage here. They'll actually focus on Madara, who does have that Aegis. So they're taking the first life. Stone Gaze now on cooldown. Ice Blast coming in. Hits on 3 of these heroes. Mage is going to come on in with a Refresher Shard coming through. They've got the laser as well as the rockets. They'll get the kill onto the Wraith King. He's got the Reincarnation. The Lincoln's going to be popped here onto Kezu, but he's hit with the Winter's Curse as he has that Echo Slam available. The BKB is going to be popped by Madara. Ace doing a lot of damage with the Force Staff, as well as the Stomp coming out on Madara. There's the Echo Slam with the Laguna Blade. Madara trying to leave, and he's dead. Dead for 2 minutes. Kezu on the run now. They're actually holding, but as I say that, they're not really holding. Their tier 4s are down, and the Ancient's exposed.
Almost. I love the play. They use the Winter Wyvern's Curse on Earthshaker, and no one was hitting him. So Saksa uses telekinesis and drops him in front of the other people, so they start attacking him. So everyone has a buyback besides Winter Wyvern. Where's this Divine Rapier on Medusa? It's really time to buy it.
Courier's making
Refresher Shard on Centaur.
Refresher. Oof. Oh. Courier. The secret mission coming in from the Courier. Trying to time it right. The Tinker.
What I think AA should have done is just stand as far as possible. Like stand here, stand at Fountain, drop a big ulti, then refresh it, send another one, and send another one. Because they had 2 Refresher Shards. I don't think they can compete with that.
Tinker just sitting here by these creeps. As they're keeping the Courier just so close to the secret shop. They desperately want to get it over. And I think pick up that Divine Rapier for the Medusa. The Ancient healing up. It's not going to have tier 4s in front of it this time.
When is next roach spawning?
Maybe
May respawn in 3
minutes.
minutes. Okay.
By that time, the Ancient will have fully healed. Oh, oh. They know that Mage is staying here often. They have not moved this courier from this spot. They're gonna have to commit to it sooner or later. Problem is... if they're willing to take that chance. They're starting to group up over mid here for the Dire side. Buyback not available on the Earthshaker, as well as the Centaur. Centaur's going to be 200 gold away from it. There's the Stampede, but he's hexed up. The Witcher's Curse comes through. Fada moving in with the BKB. Now throws the Stone Gaze. This isn't by anybody. They're just going for the throne. BKB's Pop by Kezu as well as Mage. They've got the Stone. Mage in a little bit of trouble, and now they've lifted up Madara. Is it going to be enough damage? They'll look for it. Kezu just hitting away, and he's not being hauled at all. Lithium get the win. It took a while. We finally get there, though.
They needed to do something. They spread them around, hexed them a couple of times, and Madara with the double damage sacrificed his life, drawn a lot of attention, and this game has ended, man. Team Lithium looking really, really good.
Yeah, the stack beats the orc. We finally get confirmation that that is possible. And Lithium, while being so drawn out, and if you take a look at the win probability, that is disgustingly 50-50 at about 52 minutes, or like 50 minutes, it just goes back to 50-50 for some reason. I think that was like the one time they held their base and got like 1 or 2 kills. But, I mean, Lithium, they drew it out long. They were up a lot the entire way. I think you and I definitely felt as if they could have finished that a little bit earlier. But they end up getting the win. They beat Ninjas in Pyjamas. And they should be pretty proud of themselves.
And our next match is
Odium versus Team Spirit. That's going to be coming
This
up
could
next.
easily go to game number 3 as well.
Yeah. I think
I need a couple of minutes to eat my pizza, and I'm ready.
All right. Well, we'll have some dinner possibly. I'm 4:45 in the afternoon. I'm gonna wait a little bit, maybe get a little snack, but we'll meet you guys back here in just a moment, and it'll be Spirit versus Odium coming up next. So stay right there as we have another one.